Every brand tells a story. And they are the storytellers. The Sutradhars. They present a brand with band, baja and barat to you. They are the Brandwalas. He heads one of India's leading personal care brands, known for its premium range of fragrances, deodorants and grooming products for men. Saurabh Gupta, Chairman and Managing Director of HSPL, makers of the Denver range of products. Saurabh has spearheaded Denver's product development, marketing and strategic growth, ensuring that every offering meets international standards while being tailored to Indian preferences. With a passion for brand building and consumer engagement, he has transformed Denver into a household name, catering to millions of consumers through a vast retail and digital presence. He is our Brandwala. You're watching the Brandwalas. I'm Krishnakumar, and we are in conversation with Mr. Saurabh Gupta, Managing Director of Hamilton Sciences Private Limited, the promoters of the Denver brand of men's fragrances and grooming products. Saurabh, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here on the Brandwalas. I'm going to begin by asking you the simplest of all questions. How do you sell, or how do you market, how do you brand men's deodorants, perfumes and face washes and other grooming products? What is your marketing strategy?
Well, for us, the idea is to paint the right character on the brand. I mean, because we strongly believe that the consumer connects with the brand personality. So that is where the ethos lies, the main thing. It's not just about the product, it is about the personality of the brand itself, and who this brand represents. That is very important here. And that is what is the core part of our brand building, and that's how we have created whatever we have created so far. Because we believe that Denver, associates itself with people who are, struggling in life, which is practically everyone, yes. But back in the days when we started, they were, the working people were starting to work at the age of 25. And now I get people who are working while, they're in school. There's this startup culture which has been hit, among the youngsters, and they're loving it. And I get people who, calls from friends and family to mentor kids who are in 10th grade, 11th grade, onwards, which is exciting, because there's so much to, when I interact with these people, there's so much to learn from them as well. So while we are saying that Denver represents the scent of success, so, and we are basically associating with ourselves with the consumers who aspire to be successful, right? So it is actually taken up a little bit from the tobacco and the alcohol world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it is, and we believe that fragrance it strongly reflects your personality, you must have read a lot and heard, and you must have already, experienced yourself that everyone has their own personality, and the fragrance also reflects that, and everyone has a different smell, and there must be a lot of characters in your life you must have met who have a distinct perfume they might be using, and they must have left some memory with you, with those perfumes, or with that, or maybe the environment, a particular hotel or a particular garden or something, where you run maybe in the morning. It has a particular smell and it is in your memory. And in winters, it smells great sometimes, because of certain flowers. And summer, it smells in a certain way. And that leaves a strong memory in our minds. Similarly, personalities do the same, right? So we have tried to connect the memories and the personality together and basically project the personality of the brand. And when you are using Denver, I mean, it is, in a way, you are associating yourself with that particular character, So that is what we are building here, and we have done so far. And we are, I won't say that we have really achieved it, because it is a never-ending endeavor, and we are strongly foraying towards the same again and again. It's sort of repetitive, but we are sharpening our edges as we move forward. How the trends are changing, how people are becoming multifaceted in a way, and they are also, and the characters are also not very sharp. They are slightly wider, So, like, there is the dark side also in every character, which needs to be addressed. Which we are doing. We are seeing in cinema, and we are seeing in general also that this is happening. There's a dark side to the character. So we are also trying to embrace that with a pinch of salt. And it is important because everything cannot be too good to be true. And I think today's audience, today's consumer can see through you.
The reason why I'm asking you this is also that, how do you market? You're talking about, youngsters becoming influencers and content creators. How do you, choose between, from the days of brand ambassadors and getting a big celebrity to endorse your brand to now influencer marketing and now hyper-local influencer marketing. How does Denver go about it exactly?
So, to be very honest, you have to be very careful in the whole transition, because there's so much happening and it is pretty chaotic, in a certain way, because it is very difficult to find your way, because you're coming from a traditional media mix. We've been doing a lot of television, then we signed the top celebrities. We have Shah Rukh Khan and we have Mahesh Babu, etc. And it's very exciting and very powerful too. They are very powerful tools. So how we have seen is that these top celebrities have become influencer. In today's, that is the relevance, that is the connect. And
they influence the influencers.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so that's how it came to us. Because during COVID, when everything was sort of shut, we found so much of content online which was created by mimicking our TVCs, because they are Shah Rukh Khan fans or they are Mahesh Babu fans. And that sort of led us to this influencer side eventually. And then we started picking up some local, vernaculars and special faces for those vernaculars and started seeding in, because it's a good opportunity for a longer message. When you want to bring out the values of the product, you want to give you want to bring out testimonials, how when someone uses it, how they feel, and the other attributes, maybe other finer attributes of the product, which a celebrity cannot probably project through the TVC. Those aspects come through to, because we get an opportunity for longer videos, more screen time. And on the social media, the screen time is slightly longer as compared what it used to be, in digital. Digital screen time used to be very short in past. Yeah. And the gaming time was the highest time what a person was spending on mobile while playing the video games. Whereas now, I think the time spent on the social media has drastically increased, where they are also consuming long content if you are able to engage them so much. So naturally the idea is to engage. While engaging, we have to also talk about the product aspects, like the fragrance and the different notes of the fragrance and the packaging, etc., which a celebrity cannot address in a TVC. A celebrity has to talk about the brand, be in the personality, be in the character, and talk very briefly about the product, because it's difficult to elaborate on television, and television works on 10 seconds that is still on, and those 10 seconds are getting even more dearer. With the influencer, when we were doing the micro influencer, we did not get the right, let's say, light filter, because there were so many people and it was difficult to audition them out according to the characteristics of the brand. So then it was difficult, since we were not able to execute it the way a brand must, then we had to filter out and come to the macro or more large-scale influencers, where at least the personality of the influencer and the personality of the brand were coming together.
How many influencers do you use at this stage for your marketing?
So right now, typically we are doing about hundreds of influencers every month.
100 or hundreds?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
So, they have been, when we started influencers, we were doing 10K, 15K influencers, 20K influencers in a go. But since we had those issues with the personalities and the character, so then we boiled down to fewer. But the idea is that it is an ever-growing problem, because you cannot use the same face again and again. Yeah. Because in today's time, you cannot overexpose yourself within the same audience. Then you become boring. As soon as you become boring, you are irrelevant, and then you die.
Fair enough. But so in that sense, what is your mix like? What is your marketing mix?
So we would say that right now, 70% of the money or the energies are going on mass medias like television and outdoor and radio, etc. And 30% is on digital right now.
You don't do print ads, you don't do TV ads, newspaper ads?
We feel that our audience is not reading papers.
Just because the age group?
Yeah, for sure. And because the mobile phone. Because mobile phone is their tool, is their computer, is their education tool.
How do you do your social media strategy per se? I'm sure it has to be different for different platforms, right? Instagram is different, YouTube is different. So your marketing strategy involves actively creating different types of content.
I know. So the central strategy has to remain the same. That where we have to head. Let's say, for example, we are doing a new celebrity campaign. Let's say we sign a new celebrity and we are releasing that campaign. What we would, on the digital front, we will be using the paparazzi. We will start picking them, the celebrity in different locations, and make the paparazzi prompt the question about the brand. Prompt the question about the product. Which product are you using today? What perfume have you used today? Etc. And they will never reply in the regular sense. But when the day comes, on that day, we'll have a natural spotting of the celebrity, and he will or she will reply that I'm using Denver or I'm using Vanessa. Okay, so it becomes like a natural content, whereas officially they are ambassadors anyway, And as soon as they reply that, so that that is going on the paparazzi's posts. As soon as that post comes in, we have the television commercial launch on the social media itself. So the content start becoming engaging, because through social media, the viewers are actually peeping into the celebrities' lives. So these paps, they're actually helping them peeping into their real lives. That's why.
So you actually engage paparazzi for your campaigns, where like real paparazzi ask about your brand to the celebrity in public.
That's right. And that sort of connects from the reality. Oh, this is happening. Oh, so now Shah Rukh has endorsed Denver, or he's using Denver, and he's on the national television. Or for us, cricket is an unmissable thing. We have to be on cricket. So we look at the major event, which is IPL. So as the IPL is about to begin, we make sure that our TVs are ready before that, because almost the deodorants which is selling there for men, and we have to be on IPL, right? So as soon as the IPL is starting, we start this whole campaign together. So along with the soft marketing and the passive marketing and the active marketing, so we have to engage all of them together, because the idea is that it has to be really 360. So back in the days, the 360 used to mean that you are on an outdoor, you are on radio, you are on television, you're sort of done, or you're on the stores as well, the point of sale. But today's point of sale is e-commerce.
Yeah.
So, and today's news is all through Instagram and social media. Actually, people are not going to the news websites. They're actually getting news on their own platform.
Tell us about it.
It is happening on WhatsApp. It is happening on your own tools or your chat softwares, whatever you're using for messaging, and on all the the social media platforms.
How do you market to this Gen Z, which is a low attention span generation? But then the fact of the matter is now, not just Gen Z, even millennials and before, we're all low attention span. What is your strategy to grab attention and improve stickiness to your brand?
Basically, the thing is, we are still learning. Honestly, this is, too wide. As I said, that it's very chaotic at the moment. It's very difficult to find your route. And it's very, very hard to find what's really working. So there's one side where you say that, okay, influencer marketing is working, testimonials are being published, and the sales are happening. But I think that is not the only side of the brand, because brand has to talk about its personality. It has to give out messages about its personality, what the brand really stands for as a personality.
And within 10 seconds.
Yeah, within 10 seconds, or maybe 5. Maybe 5. To be honest, if you see the latest data being shared by Google or YouTube, they are measuring the views in 5 seconds. If a person has watched the first 5 seconds, then it's a view. And if it's not, then it is not a view. Wow. So they are measuring the communication within 5 seconds. So it becomes even more difficult for marketing people like us, that we have to deliver and get out
in the first 5 seconds.
And we have to get out. If we are able to embed our product and the product values into the content of the influencers, or any other content such as movies, such as, let's say, programming on television or OTT, if we are able to embed ourselves in those videos and programs, content, I think that is where probably we are also able to create some memories, for the brand. So it won't work always. So it is like
trial and error.
Yeah. So if you let's say, to do at least 10 or 12 videos, probably 1 or 2 would work for you.
What are some of the best campaigns that you've worked on that you thought hit the nail on the head? If you can mention 1 or 2 or 3 of them. Anything that you thought.
So one campaign we did in 2019. So as an idea, it came that why don't we try to create legacy? So in the Indian fragrance market, no one has ever tried to create legacy. Everyone was just trying to sell the product and just do some sales, and not been able to create a legacy around their brand. So we started an endeavor called the Autograph Collection. Okay, in the Autograph Collection, we spoke to Saurabh, and then we said that let's try and do this, and he was very excited about it, and we created a range along with him of fragrances, and we called it the Autograph Collection of Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, and we introduced that. So one is that we were able to elevate the brand, because we were able to bring in some new pricing. It was an opportunity to bring in some high-end packaging, very high-end fragrances to the consumer, to the Indian consumer. That was one big opportunity. And secondly, it would leave a long-lasting memory among the consumer that they got a chance to use a fragrance which was created by their superstar or their, someone they adore, on the screen. And it was very interesting, and it was a very sort of a tactile program which we did, I didn't know that it will go for long. I thought it will go for maybe 1 or 2 years, but it is ever growing. It is only growing. And then we have been approached by other movie stars who want to participate in the same program with us.
Can you name the movie stars?
So, I mean, we have recently launched Mahesh Babu's autograph collection as well. Although he never spoke about it, but we sort of thought, because he's been with us for so many years, we thought that was also good an opportunity for us, since we did it with Shah Rukh. Might as well be Mahesh Babu. And similarly, then we have some new people who are approaching us, that they want to be part of it. Although, I mean, since they are not directly saying it, so we don't know who is really saying it. So it's difficult to quote them. Okay. But it is real, and it is only growing, which is very interesting, because it was a very sort of a subtle guerrilla advertising in a way, and we came. But I think our aim was pure, was to create a legacy, and we ended up there eventually, which is great. I mean,
What is the one all-time favorite ad, TV ad, or a brand campaign that you loved, that continues to inspire you today in your marketing efforts?
So I would say the top campaign which inspires me is the Tata Tea campaign. If you remember, when it's about the change, and
Jagao.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
If you remember that campaign, I think that was a brilliant campaign. That was such a good, fit of product, timing and mood all together, and seamlessly embedding it. That was, I think, one of my favorite campaigns ever. And I aspire to produce a campaign like that.
What, according to you, is the big buzz as far as the world of branding, advertising and marketing is concerned?
I think the big buzz is about content creation, but the big buzz is about social media and content creation, and the larger buzz is about content creation, social media, and how to use AI to optimize this, to optimize and convert into business. I think that is the big buzz today.
What, according to you, then is overhyped in the world of advertising and marketing, and hence is actually quite blah?
I believe that AI generated content.
Okay. Because so AI is both the buzz and the blah.
Yeah, but AI is, in the first sense, it is using data to optimize your output and work harder on your creative side. But AI creating the creatives is a blah.
Okay.
Because that, see, today it might be unique, it might be novel, but it is really not novel. It is the technique is novel, but the content which is being created, it is not novel. It is basically mimicking what humans have already created. It is replicating it, right? So it is not really original as such.
Saurabh, tell us, what is the one thing about your job that you love the most? The one thing that really picks you up every morning to come to work?
See, what I love really in this job is rebuilding the brand. Seeing it through, from inception, and really seeing it grow like a child. That is my favorite thing. And in fact, I recently did a program where I learned this about myself very recently, because I used to think that I only work for money, So because in that program, someone asked me that, why do you love this job? Because see, everyone has to go and make money. But I think we are past that stage that I think I might get some job, and I think that won't be an issue. But I love creating brand. I think that is my real thing, I really love it. So I would like to come every day and work on this brand.
New brand every day possible.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, that is one of the dreams.
Okay.
That is one of the aspirations.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe at least launch a new brand every quarter. I think that is probably more realistic.
What is the one thing about your job that you we don't like to use the word hate in the show. One thing about your job that you don't like at all, the one thing you detest, the one thing you don't look forward to.
The one thing I don't look forward to in the job, I would say people management. That is one thing I like to do sometimes, but not all the time. So many times I try to avoid, but many times you have to take some hard calls. It becomes very difficult because I really don't like that kind of confrontation. I like to keep moving, keep going, and I like to
keep building brands.
Yeah, I like to bring the team and keep motivating, give them jobs every day, and ideas and food for thoughts, and try to bring them together every day and keep moving. Whereas I don't like to break relations. So that is the toughest side of the job, because I'm carrying a very large team, and it's very difficult to take care of everyone. So I think I'm still trying. Many times I've been told that I'm doing a decent job, but I think I'm not doing such a great job. I'm still struggling there.
Okay, fair enough. We'll leave it at that. Saurabh, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here on the Brand Voice.
Pleasure for having you. Thank you very much.